Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a combined video, was that haul worth it, and monitoring my beauty purchases, because I don't have a lot to show you in terms of purchases for November 2021, but I do have a few things that I purchased from November 2020. I got feelings about them. I'm actually going to start with my purchases from last year and let you guys know what I think. So this one here is the Westman Atelier Baby Blender Brush. This is a synthetic Japanese handcrafted makeup brush. Extremely expensive, over $100 in Australia. Very bougie. Now, I have been using this brush for a year now, and I do indeed have thoughts. So, in terms of a synthetic blending brush, I think this one is very nice. I do think you could probably replicate it cheaper. But what I particularly like about this brush is it's quite a dense brush. It's got short hairs, it's quite densely packed, but if you give it a squeeze, you might be able to see that it's actually not that densely packed. Not as dense as it might appear when you're just looking at it. It has an extra level of softness to it, which I really like. But another benefit of having the hairs not too densely packed is when you are applying product with it or blending product out with it, it doesn't pick up too much product and it diffuses product really nicely. So it spreads it really evenly, nice and thin, and that is great for someone, you know, like me, who has all of the fine lines under the eyes, every single one of them in the whole wide world. And I'm starting to get the crepey eyelids. So if you're putting, like, say, a primer on your eyelid, this is fantastic to use. Or if you're using like a cream base or a cream shadow or something like that, this gives a really nice soft diffused look, which I enjoy. Now, the downside is 110% the price. Well, I should say 103%. I wonder how much it is now, actually. Let me check. So it's actually now only $91 on the Mecca website. So, you know, their prices fluctuate. It is what it is. I did get this with a discount, which was great, a heavy discount. So it was much less of a, like, tough pill to swallow, shall we say. Based on using this, I wouldn't purchase any more Westman Atelier brushes. However, I do like them. I just think for what they are, they're quite expensive. I would be more inclined if, let's say, hypothetically, Westman Atelier released a brush shape that particularly interested me, I would probably go and hunt for it from a different brand to not spend so much money. If it was completely unique and I was like, oh yeah, I have to try that, and Westman Atelier were the only brand that made that brush cut, yes, I would buy it, because I do have confidence that the quality is nice. Now, one issue that I have come across with this brush is good luck getting product out of it. I don't know what it is about this brush, but these hairs hold on to product like, I don't even know. I was cleaning this with oils to get the product out of, like, the base of the bristles. So difficult. It still appears that there is product in there that's, like, super glued to the bristles. That's very common with brushes of this type of shape, so round or rectangular or whatever, and it is, like, densely packed. So you'll see it often with, like, foundation buffing brushes and concealer brushes that are like this. And that's simply because, you know, the hairs are densely packed and it's hard to get product out. So I tend to use, and if you're using long wear products, that, you know, it's a perfect storm. So I tend to use oils to help break that down, to then, like, use a cleanser to emulsify the oil out. I will say, while that works for brushes, I don't always like to do it because, okay, that's actually not even true. I never like to do it, but I will do it if I have to, because there is always a risk of the oil actually getting down into the ferrule between the brush hairs where you can't wash it out properly, and breaking down glue that could be in there. Not all brushes actually use glue. Like, I don't know what their manufacturing process is, but it's a risk, and I've lost brushes to that before, so there's that. But yeah, look, I do like it. I just think it's difficult to wash and very expensive. Okay, I want to talk about 2 stacks of packs that I purchased last year. Was it just 2? Oh, yeah, I just purchased I purchased 2. There was another pack, but I'll get onto that with the next thing I talk about. So I had the Glow Recipe Glowing Skin Trio. So this had the blueberry cleanser in it. It had the retinol avocado overnight eye mask, and it had a mini of the banana souffle moisturizer, I think it is. I am so ashamed to say, I'm pretty sure I used that cleanser once, and then I was like, oh, must focus on Project Pan stuff. And the other stuff I haven't used at all. Yeah, I know. It's bad. It's really bad. I don't regret buying the pack, because when I was like looking at my list, I was like, oh, that's right, I've got that eye cream. I should try that. I'm currently going through the retinol uglies because I'm back on the retinol, and it's, why not add to that and try to fix my eyes, which have only got worse since this time last year when I wanted that pack for that friggin' eye cream and the cleanser and the banana moisturizer. The banana moisturizer actually was probably the thing that I was like most keen on. I really wanted it because I love the scent. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it. I think it's either back here in my skincare drawer or it's in my sample box. And what can I say? What can I say? It's really hard for me at this time of the year because I'm super focused on project panning. Like every year I'm just like, finish up as much stuff as you can in your project pan. So when the new year rolls around, you can start fresh. So I really do focus on that. And last year, I have to say, I'm actually proud of my shopping last year. I didn't buy a lot of stuff. And if I'm disappointed about anything, it's the fact that I have the project panning tunnel vision and I didn't actually like get around to using any of those products, which is a shame. But I have them still. I don't regret purchasing them. Okay, the next pack that I purchased, I don't know, guys. I'm losing my mind. It was the Sol de Janeiro, Splashy Celebration Set. I think I struggled to say that last year as well. So this contained the shampoo and conditioner. So there was shampoo and conditioner, like deluxe minis in there, and I was so keen to try them, and I did. I tried them. I even did like a little review video on them. I tried them with the Drunk Elephant. That's it, the Drunk Elephant hair range. Hated both of them. The Sol de Janeiro one particularly was bad for me. I think my hair doesn't respond very well to some silicons. There are some I can use and it's fine, and then there's others that I use and it's bad. I can no longer just use like supermarket brand shampoo and conditioner, because when I wash my hair and I get out of the shower, it's like the silicone is coating my hair and it looks greasy and disgusting. So I no longer bother with that. I go with the more more expensive brands because I'm fancy like that. No, I'm not. I'm a snob like that. But I go for things that are like silicone free if I can find them, or if it's a higher end brand, I tend to not have as many issues if they do contain silicons. Like I use Davines and a lot of their range does have some silicons in it, but I don't experience the same issue as I do with some of the cheaper brands. Now, Sol de Janeiro, their shampoo and conditioner was, I would say, on the more expensive end of the spectrum. It's definitely not drugstore, but I had major issues with that. I did. I liked the scent of it, but I just, yeah, my hair was like stringy and limp and not very nice. So I didn't like them. They're still in my shower. I've told Mum so many times, I'm like, Mum, do you want to try these? Because if you don't, I'm going to use them for shaving my legs and I'm going to get them out of my life. And she's like, oh yeah, I do want to try them. I want to try them. And then they sit in the shower for months and months. And then I ask her again and we repeat the cycle. And I think I asked her late September if she wanted to use them, and they're still in there. And they're like this big and I've used them quite a bit. So why are they still in my shower? I don't understand. I'm just going to start using them. I'm going to use them on my legs to shave them. And I get laser hair removal, so let's be real, they'll probably still be in my shower at the end of 2022. When it comes to the other items that were in that pack, there was a mini Boom Boom cream and there was the body spritz, both of which I just haven't, okay? I haven't. What can I say? They're still somewhere in my house. One day I'll get around to using them. I really will. The last things that I need to talk about are from Glasshouse. Now, some of you will know Glasshouse is my absolute favorite candle brand. They're an Aussie candle brand. They make beautiful candles that just smell absolutely divine. Oh, yes. This one is Christmas Cheer. I purchased this one last year. And this one, is it Gingerbread House? Yeah, Gingerbread House. I purchased this one last year too. Oh, I like honest gingerbread. Oh, just divine. So I purchased these two. And I purchased a mini fragrance pack. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame. Ring the bell. Do I still have that app? Let's have a look.
Shame, shame, shame.
I didn't use the perfumes. Yeah, I know. I just kind of forgot. To be honest, Project Pan perfumes have literally ruled my life this year. And I can't say that I'm particularly sad about it because the amount of perfume that I have finished up this year greatly outweighs the tiny little 7-piece 1.4 ml or whatever tiny spray bottles that I purchased late last year. So like, it's fine. It's totally fine. I'll get around to using them eventually. Now the candles, all right. So last year I was working on, minimizing my Glasshouse collection because I have quite a few of them. They are out of sight, which means they are definitely out of mind. And this year I don't know how many I used up, maybe none. I can't even remember. I'd have to go back and look at my empties. But as November rolled around, I was like, oh, I should pull out a Glasshouse candle, get that festive feeling happening, because this year I'm not buying any Glasshouse candles. Now, last year I thought I wouldn't buy any, but I did. And I don't know how I feel about that decision, to be honest. In some cases, it is a blessing, and in some cases, it is a curse. So, if you didn't know, Glasshouse, they used to make their candles from paraffin wax. And paraffin wax is an absolutely brilliant carrier for fragrance. It is like second to none. But paraffin wax is like a byproduct of petroleum, I believe. People don't like it. They're like, ew, it's toxic. Ew, it's going to kill me. So they switched to soy. And soy is not a fantastic carrier for fragrance. It's just not. It's not as good as paraffin. And also, look, I am just going to say this. I feel like switching to soy is a bit greenwashing of them. I think it is catering to, you know, the vocal minority, because their candles are now, quite frankly, not worth the money that you would pay for them. And they're getting a lot of complaints. And I know, because I cracked these two babies open and I've been burning them, and I have been so disappointed. Like, they're crap. Don't buy Glasshouse candles at the moment, guys. I mean, look at this shit. At first I thought maybe it was just this one, because not all of their candles have intense scent throw. They do have different levels of, you know, fragrance, basically. Thought, oh yeah, maybe it's just this one. So I pulled out this one, and this one was even worse, to be honest. So Glasshouse, they say never use water to extinguish a candle. This is all on the bottom, and you get this information sheet when you open up a box as well. I mean, the water part, obviously. Ensure wicks are upright and trimmed to 7 millimeters during use and each time candle is relit, which I have done. I did it on, I think I was burning a Florence candle, which will be in my next empties. Actually, no, it won't. Let's talk about it now. Casablanca. So this one, I did the wick trimming thing, and I swear to God, I will never do that again. That was the absolute worst advice no. That candle burnt so terribly from the first time that I trimmed those wicks, because I noticed it was doing that sort of sooty, it was doing this. I trimmed the wicks and it just would not burn right after that. I had to actually wrap it in aluminium foil because it was tunneling, and man, like never again. I'm not trimming the wicks. But if you don't trim the wicks, this is what you get. And you know, this is what people are concerned about when you're burning paraffin wax, that it could be carcinogenic, because this doesn't look pleasant. But studies have been done to show that soy wax is no more or less safe than paraffin wax. So I don't like this. Also, this burnt down really fast. This is like 2 days of 4-hour burning each day. And this, my battery's gonna die. Please hold caller. This actually annoys me even more. This one is Christmas cheer. So the first time I burnt this, I probably burnt it for like 3 hours. Now they say, do not burn this candle for less than 1 hour or more than 4 hours at a time. And stop burning when 10 millimeters of unmelted wax remains at the bottom of the glass. No, I'm never ever going to listen to that, because once upon a time a Glasshouse candle would burn absolutely perfectly right to the bottom. I have never ever in my life experienced a Glasshouse candle cracking. I have, however, with, I think it was a Bath and Body Works candle, I think. The only time I've experienced a Glasshouse candle not burning properly down to the bottom was with that Casablanca candle. Now this guy, on the second burn, so first burn, it was fine. Everything was fine. I don't know if you'll really be able to see, but the original starting line is like up here. With the second burn, I burnt it, it was probably about 5 hours, because I was like, look, I don't really listen to those rules either. Like, I'll burn my candles for longer if I want. I just keep an eye on them. I didn't want to blow it out, but I had it burning for so long because it had started doing this tunneling or funneling. I don't know what the actual technical term is, but where it's like not burning evenly. So you can probably tell there with that angle that it's like dipping in. I'm really unimpressed. I'm so unimpressed. I jumped online and I was looking at like a product review website where people were leaving reviews for Glasshouse candles, and there was a lot of reviews. People were not happy, especially people like me who have been buying Glasshouse candles since the bloody dawn of time, and we are used to a certain quality of candle. Glasshouse have also been responding to those reviews and comments, and I mean, they know it's an issue. So I didn't buy any Glasshouse candles this year. I usually would find it extremely difficult to stop myself, especially if I was near a Glasshouse counter. But I 100% won't be this year. Next year, if my collection has whittled down a little bit, maybe I will buy one to see if the quality has changed. That will give them a good 2 years to fix this, but this is not worth it. I do not recommend. I would not buy again. No way. And I was one of those people who would scream from the rooftops how good Glasshouse candles were. Also, the scent throw on this, so bad. And when it has been burning for some time and you're like, oh, I can smell something, it just smells like melted fucking wax. Unscented melted wax. It's not pleasant. It's kind of gross. So, yeah, I'm annoyed, but it looks like Bath and Body Works are going to be getting my candle money in the future if Glasshouse don't fix their shit, because I'm not spending $50 on a candle that doesn't bring something special to my life. They're a treat. This is like a luxury. And if it's not ticking the box of that luxury, then why? Why would I bother buying it? I wouldn't. Also, I'm just realizing I did actually buy a candle this month, and we're going to talk about my purchases, but I need to BRB because I'll go get it. Let's talk about my purchases. I actually purchased a candle from Ikea. So I did my little Ikea holiday shop with me video, which you guys haven't seen yet, but it's coming up. And they had some really nice festive candles. And I've never purchased an Ikea candle before. Far out. This is potent. Potent. This is the Vinter 2021 range. It is, what scent are you? Please, Jesus, help me out here. It's pine. That's all I know. It's pine. So this small candle is meant to have a 25-hour burn time. I'm totally going to take this inside and get it going. Does it have an official scent? No. It just says Vinter 2021. Maybe that is the scent name. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I bought an Ikea candle because listen, I love the scent of pine. I love the scent of a real Christmas tree. We're not having a real Christmas tree this year. I just haven't been able to sort my shit out to organize one. So we will put up Nan's Christmas tree probably. The old spindly thing from like, I feel like it's probably from the late 60s or early 70s. I love it though. It's, you know, family treasure, according to me. Everyone else is like, that tree looks sad, Hailey. It's true, it does, but I love it. So yeah, this, like, I had to own it. I had to, and I want to try an Ikea candle because I am mourning the loss of my favorite candle brand. Other things that I purchased. So there is a little bag. Do you see this little picky purple bag right here? That is something that I found when I was out and about, and I was like, holy shit, this is nice. I'm gonna buy it for myself. And it was around the time of my birthday, and I thought, oh, it can be a birthday gift to myself. However, then I was like, actually, it's perfect for putting in my DIY advent for 2021. So the last video that I published was the putting together the DIY, well, not putting it together, but introducing the DIY beauty advent project for 2021. And at the end of that project, on day 25, I have something that is new for myself. So I purchased that. Go ahead and see if you can guess what it is. What do you guys think is in this little bag? You tell me. Hang on, I'll bring it over. What do you guys think? What's inside? What's in there? What do you think? Guesses? Last year, everyone managed to guess what my day 25 item was. Let's see if you can guess this year. I bet you can't. And there was one other thing that I purchased this month. I haven't received it yet. I should get it soon, so it'll be in the December video. It was the Pharmacy Cleansing Balm Trio. I did say that I was going to buy that, and I was just sort of holding off. I thought Beautylish had a higher free shipping cap than they actually do, so I was holding off because I thought I'll wait until I find something else that I want, and then I will just purchase those things and get the free shipping cap. But it was actually a lot lower than I thought. I think it was only $35 US. It'll probably take 2 months to get here, but that's not the point. I bought it. I also did not buy. This is what I wanted to update. If you watch my mini lip product project video, I talked about how I wanted and was totally obsessed with a tiny little mini lipstick palette that I wanted, and I didn't buy it. I didn't. I know I'll never use it, and it's just not like, I know it's not something that I need or anything like that. If by some very small chance I take up freelancing again, that'll be the first fucking thing that I buy, and I will rejoice in that purchase, and I will rejoice in having an actual purpose for it. But yeah, I managed to dodge that one, so it's good. Everyone cheer for me. Yeah, round of applause. No shame bell here. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. That is it for monitoring my beauty purchases for November 2021, and was that haul worth it for November 2020. I will be back in a month with another one of these videos, and last year I did a video where I ranked my purchases from like best to worst, and I'm going to do that again this year. That will come later. I can't even think that far ahead at the moment. I've got so much shit on my plate, but it's fine. We'll get there one day at a time. I hope you guys are doing well, and that's it. I'm gonna go. Oh, feel free to leave your comments down below. Glasshouse candle lovers, are you feeling my feels? I am very curious if you have purchased a Glasshouse candle recently and have some feelings about them. Please let me know. Whether, even if you disagree with me, if you're like, nah, I purchased blah and it's amazing, that's totally cool. Just, yeah, I'm keen to hear people's thoughts. And also, have you burnt an Ikea candle? Are they great? I mean, they might be my new love. Who knows? I'm going to take that inside and start burning it now, because I want to know what it's like. Alright guys, that's it. I'm wrapping it up. I love you very much, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.